All right, guys, let's get started. So the first thing I'm doing, if you have seen my round backdrop tutorial, I am using that tutorial today to make this princess carriage table. So I'm taking that round backdrop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it against my table. And this is going to tell me where I want to cut and make my lines. So as you see, I pulled it up just a bit so that it's not touching the floor, but it's right where I want it to be. And then I'm going to take my pen and then I will make a mark where I want to start cutting my line. So now I've made my mark, and I'm going to lay this flat. And I will get my ruler and begin making the line where I want this to sit on the table. Okay, so now I have my ruler, and I am going to just eyeball a straight line across where I made my mark, where it touches the top of the table. So guys, what I'm doing here is I'm going to make the inside half circle, which would make the bottom part the carriage part, and then the top part will be just the round part that you would see on the carriage. Now you want to take your time with this and eyeball it as best you can so that that line is going to be straight across. Okay, so now I want to finish the half circle by placing marks, and I'm placing my marks about 5 inches in on my ruler here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and go all the way around the top of this circle 5 inches from the outside of the circle. So I'm making marks, and it's going to be kind of like a connect the dots. So I'm just making marks going all the way around the top of the circle. There's other ways you can do this, guys, but I'm doing it this way just to make it a little easier for me. And these are the marks that I've made, guys, so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So now what I'm doing is I'm connecting the dots. And you know, that's something we learned in elementary school, so this should be very easy. And I'm just going to do that all the way around the top of this circle. And once I've completed that, I will show you that it's just a half circle that I've created. Okay, so I've completed drawing my lines, and now I'm going to use my box cutter, and I'm just going to cut those lines out. And you saw me in the previous video taking those tabs off the back. I used those tabs with my round backdrop to attach it to the garment rack. It just made it a little easier for me to attach it there using those tabs and those ribbons. So again, I'm just cutting out that top half circle here, and once I finish with that, you will see the completion of the carriage itself, the frame of the carriage itself. And guys, please don't be alarmed that I'm cutting on my wood floor. I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm just cutting enough that I will be able to just push through with the box cutter once I'm done. I wanted to make sure I said that because I had someone make a comment about me cutting on my wood floor, so I wanted to make sure that you guys know that I'm not actually cutting the floor. So now, as I was saying, I did not cut my floor. I am lifting the now and just cutting all the way through using those lines that were already cut. And there you have it. This is the carriage frame. And it looks exactly like I wanted it to look. So all lines are perfect. And I eyeballed it just right, guys. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding these popsicle sticks to the creases to make it a little more stable. And just a disclaimer, guys, once I did this, I realized that it still wasn't as stable as I needed it to be. So if you're going to do this project, my suggestion would be to make 2 of these circles, and once you've added your popsicle sticks to one side, then place the other carriage frame on top of that to make it a little more sturdy. That way you can add flowers or balloons or whatever it is that you would like to it. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way just to let you guys see how it looks. But in order for me to use this in an event, I would definitely suggest that you add another frame to this made with the foam board, just to make it a little more sturdy. But as is, it's okay if you're not adding a whole lot of balloons or flowers or anything to it. So just an idea to keep in mind, guys. So I'm going to continue to add those popsicle sticks to all of the creases on the bottom and also around the top. More so around the top, because that's a little weaker than the bottom, and the bottom will be attached to the table. So as you can see, we have all of our popsicle sticks attached to the creases. Now we're going to add this mounting tape, foam mounting tape, or you can use the command strips, but I wanted to do this with all Dollar Tree products. So I have the mounting tape, the foam mounting tape that they have in the Dollar Tree in the automotive section, and I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to line here where the carriage will be meeting the top of the table. So I will line the command strips or mounting tape at that point where the carriage frame will be mounting the table. Okay, and now I have the mounting tape there. I'm going to go ahead and attach our carriage frame to the small, I have a 4-foot table that I use for my dessert tables. I'm going to mount the carriage frame to the table where I have placed the command strips. And I'm just pressing firmly to make sure that it is holding well to the table. Now later, just to make sure that this did not fall, I took some tape and added it to the top, going across where the carriage and the table meet. So now I picked up these trays from Dollar Tree, and they're in silver. If you're going to be using silver as your background, you can definitely use these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint these gold, because the event that I'm working with is going to be gold. So I'm going to spray paint them gold, and you can definitely attach them by taking that same mounting tape that we used and placing 1 or 2 pieces to the back of the tray and adding it where you would like it to go on your carriage. And that's what I'm going to do here. I wanted to give a little more information as far as the table itself. If you would like, there's so many ways you can do this design. You can also use one of these frames on each side of the table and add a horse. If you know someone that can design a horse for you from cardboard or wood or anything of that nature, then you can do that as well, so that you will have a full carriage and horses. There's so many ways you can do this, but you can definitely leave your options open and do whatever it is that you would like to do. You can add any kind of embellishments, which you will see in the finished pictures. There's so much more I'm going to do with this, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to make it very simple, and you guys can make your own decisions on what designs you would like for your carriage. So as you see, I am just placing that foam mounting tape or command strips, if you have those, on the back of the tray and just positioning it where I want it on the carriage. Again, just pressing firmly, and there you have it. You have a carriage frame and 2 wheels. Very easy, very simple. I love this DIY. And here it is, guys, with a few embellishments. I've added some florals. I have painted my wheels gold, and this is looking very, very nice. There is so much that I can do with this. I just love, love, love how this turned out, and I would love to see you guys design if you decide to do this. Carriage, princess carriage table. Beautiful, beautiful, simple, and elegant. Love it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Have a great day.